Well, that's the first time we've done that. We decided we'd play it. We just said, guess what? We're going to play it. And we did. A little bit of that custard pie from the Zeppelin. A little bit of that custard pie. This is I bought this during, a couple years back during that thing that happened where we were all in our homes doing things. And this is a little Joe Bonamassa Les Paul custom, but I had it outfitted thanks to our friend Ryan Fitzsimmons at the time when he was at Fishman. They made sure that these were installed. These are those Fluence classic humbuckers in gold. It's a delicious treat. Ooh, that sounds so damn juicy. That sounds so damn juicy. We got Matt Turner, the burner, on the damn bass guitar, y'all. We got that mighty Dylan James Koch on the doggone drums. We're standing up now. We've decided to stand up now. I think Matt Turner's taking credit for it. He's saying, guess what? I've been saying we should stand for years. And I'm like, okay. 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 The video froze for a minute, but now we're back, right? What was that other jam that we were doing during the sound check thing?
C.
It was in C, right? You guys were doing something? Oh, we did it. Right? We're going to mess around with just jams, folks, because that's what we do. We're extemporanei. We're the extemporaneocrats. That's the name of, Matt Turner again. He's raising the chalice of rock upon high, saying, come, drink. Mark Norris wants to know what amp. I am using the Tone King Royalist amplifier right behind my buttocks. But I'm also gassing it a little bit with the new preamp that they have, which is fantastic. And then I put a little bit of Gristle King with that, and I got myself a sound that sounds like the end of the world. Like that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what that was. A little bit of that rock music for the kids. Thick, juicy, succulent. I do like the sound of succulent music. There's nothing wrong with it. Boogie, children. That was an amalgamation boogie. There's a little Magic Sam in there, a little Fred King. One of our little ditties called Boogie Yourself, Drade. Boogie Yourself, Drade. Are we having some technical difficulties out there, Ryan? What's going on today here in world? 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 Here in now, here in world. This is, for those asking, this is an Epiphone, Joe. And it's a glorious 3-pickup custom, and it is filled with Fishman Fluence Gold Classic humbuckers. I got this one wired every which way from Tuesday. Every which way from Tuesday. You can do all kinds of magical things. Look at here. I can do stuff like this. So in that middle position, it's these 2 pickups, right? The middle and the bridge. I can coil tap these rascals and sound like this. Make them a little bit more quack-a-lacka. Go back to humbucker. I can also do this, go a little out of phase action. And then I can add the second voice into these pickups and it sounds like this. All kinds of sweet, sweet tones, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet, sweet tones. Did you remember when we opened up with this broadcast with custard pie? That was pretty cool.
That was nice.
That was an unexpected thing that we did for the kids. Sounds pretty good. This was a very inexpensive guitar. Of course, the pickups are probably almost as much as the damn guitar, and together they make for a delicious guitar of doom and destruction. I like that kind of talk.
Yeah. You want to turn it up a little?
I think it's turned up pretty much, isn't it? Well, bring it on home, a little Zeppelin. We just did some Zeppelin. Although, you know what? We're not afraid to do more Zeppelin. It was very inexpensive. Now it's collectible and hard to find, this guitar. Sorry, folks. Let's see, what else can we do for the kids? It sounds so damn juicy now. I'll tell you what, that sounds juicy.
Juicy.
And sucky. Nothing wrong with any of it. Let's do a little. and robust. Pungent and robust. Come on, y'all. Pungent and robust. Pungent and robust. Song called Pungent and Robust, ladies and gentlemen. That was a little song actually called Unrepentant, and it sounds glorious in this three-piece environment. It's a powerful jam. It says to the world, guess what?
Here we are.
You can actually write contemporaneous classic rock material. Contemporaneous classic rock material. Pungent and robust. Pungent and robust. Come on, y'all. All right, I'm having fun with this guitar, but now it's time to move along. Let's move along to some other guitars. You know why? Because we can. We can here in wherever we are. We're in a place called the Orange Room here in beautiful Chronic Wauwatosis. Chronic Wauwatosis. Right down with that. That's right. Woo-hoo. I got the blue Gristle Master ready for disaster. Boo-ba-doo-da-doo-ga-doo, ba-boom-bam-ba-doo-da-doo-ga-doo, ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-da-doo-ga-doo, ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo.
Hot as hell in here.
I like it. I like what we're doing.
Yeah, buddy.
I like what we're doing. I like what we've done. I like what we're doing. I like what we've done. I like what we're doing. Friends. Tune this up, and then we're gonna do a little Jimmy for the kids.
There it is.
Phil J says, "What's that flangeflect that has a Pat Travers kind of feel?" You know, the one I use three different type of things up here. One is just a univibe, which in the realm, in the parlance, if you will.
Wow.
Of the jam pedals world, it's the retro vibe, and that's this pedal right here. That's what that is. So that's a univibe sound. Does the burner play flat wounds? No, he does not. They are round wounds. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Gonna travel at the speed of a reborn man. Got a lot of love to give from the mirrors in my hand. Got a message of love, babe. Don't you run away. Look at your heart, baby. Come on, face the truth today. Thank God. Some people just don't understand. Find yourself first, and I think you're too. Find yourself first, don't you beat out the world. chains, fooling with that fool, baby. Put your life in pain. If you want to be free, come on along with me. Leave that hard-headed man. He'll never understand. And find yourself first, and then you tell him. Walk hard in your mind, and then you come alive. Then you prove to the man you're as strong as him. It's in the eyes of God. Devote children to him. I'm going to travel at the speed of a reborn man. You know what? I like that rock music. A little thing by Jim Jiminy, that's my son Dylan on those doggone drums. That's Turner the Dam Burner. That's Matt Turner on the bass. Friends, there's all kinds of tour dates. We're coming down Texas way. We're headed to the Texas Dallas International Guitar Show. But before we get down there, we're headed to Kansas City. We're going to be in Evansville, Indiana first. We're at Mojo's Boneyard. That's one of our favorite haunts. It's a great place. They treat us great. The food's good. Damn it. We're going to be there. Then we're going to be at Knuckleheads in KC. Then we're going down to our joint, Mercury Lounge in Tulsa. Then we're going to the Continental Club in Houston, our first time in Houston with the band. So if you live in Houston, you know people in Houston, say, hey, Houstonites, here's the thing. You better cap those oil wells because there's going to be a scorching. And that whole area might just go. Better watch it. KMT coming to town. And then we're going to the Dallas International Guitar Show. And then we're going to spend a couple days down in Austin. We're going to feast and we're going to do what we need to do. And then we're going to be at, I believe, a little place we'd like to call the Saxon Pub. The Saxon Pub. The Saxon Pub. We're going to scald some brains at the Saxon Pub. And then we're going to be down at Sam's Burger Joint down there in Austin, in San Antonio, Texas. So check out that website for deets, gregkoch.com. gregkoch.com. A place of power, gregkoch.com. Get it, gregkoch.com. Sign yourself up, gregkoch.com. gregkoch.com. You know what? I feel a lot more liberated now that I'm standing up. I can dance. Hey, is that Dave Scher out there? Dave Scher, Dave Scher. Dave Scher, one of these days we do have to get some shows together, but we couldn't arrange it this time because it was just too complicated. It was just too complicated. But I think you should come out. Maybe come out and sit in this time. What do you think about that, Dave Scher? Come out and sit in. Come out and sit in. Maybe sing a song. Maybe sing a sweet song. Dave Scher gonna sing a sweet song and play some savage guitar. What? Dave Scher gonna sing a sweet song and play some savage guitar. I'll tell you what. Dave Scher gonna... I was just ready to bust a move and you guys stopped. What the hell?
It's hard to find good help.
It's hard to find help at all. Friends, are we having a good time today? We're having a good old time. We're tuning in. This is a live broadcast here on Monday, the 4th of April? No, 7th.
Sure.
It's the 7th of April. The 4th was on a day, 3 days beforehand. All right, listen. We're going to play some more music. I'm going to tune this sumbitch. And we had a request for some James Gang, and we can do that. They wanted to walk this way. We don't know that. I know that one. I just like those chords. Tick-a-doom. Funk 49 we could do. Don't misunderstand me. I need vice grips on my pouch in order to sing that one. I'd rather just play it. I don't want no vice grips on my pouch. I don't know what's happening out here. Someone says, "Why isn't Dylan wearing jeans?" He's wearing a black jean. He's wearing a black jean.
Let's not worry about pants.
Steve Jones wants a bass solo.
I don't.
Oh!
Every song's a bass solo.
Friends, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself as a man. Some mysterious sounds. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's going to happen here on live stream. Play Can't Lose What You Never Had. Davey, that's the kind of request I like. We do that. And then Andy Powell wants some Johnny Winter influence thing. We can both do both of those things. Lost my baby boys, ain't that sad? I had a sweet little girl. Lost my baby boys, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Say what? Had a sweet little girl. Lost my baby boys, ain't that sad? I had some money in the bank. Lost, I got busted, ain't that sad? Can't spend what you ain't got. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Had a funky little shack. God point down, ain't that sad? I had a funky little shack. God burned down, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Here we go. You can't spend what you ain't got. Can't lose what you never had. Lord, you can't lose what you never had. Ready?
Oh, very sexy.
Ready? Ready? All right, now I'm going to switch guitars here for a minute.
Are we good?
I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to do something.
Yeah.
We're going to do something. And it's going to be violent. We're going to do something and it's going to be
Don't you have any
violent.
jeans on, dude?
I know, dude, I'm free balling.
Because I'm free.
Free balling.
Free balling.
Yeah.
Because I'm free. I'm free balling. Phil J says, Greg, your son Dylan, he's a drummer. My name is Phil Cox. My son is Devin. He plays drums for my band. How awesome. Phil, we're lucky. We needed a drummer, so we made one. We needed a drummer, so we made one. We needed a drummer, so we made one. We made two. hated the drummer, so we made one. Wow.
Yeah.
Feel all the pain.
Feel it.
Feel all the
I like that. Oh, I like that. I like what these fellows are throwing down. Thank you, Maddie K. Maddie K. Maddie K. I saw that he gave us some money today. Thank you, Maddie K. Oh, Luna time. Sorry, I got to do. Before we do Luna, we're gonna do something Johnny Winter-esque. I don't know what yet, but I'm in the.
We're gonna do that one.
We're gonna do that one. Oh shit! Listen to that. Oh, you know what we can do?
I don't.
Either do I. But. Hey, listen to that. Listen to that sizzling sound. This is just an A thing, Doug. It's another boogie. It's another boogie, an A.
Okay.
Then you go, you're gonna go up. There'll be another breakdown at some point. We're gonna mess around with it. something like that. Some kind of an A thing we just did.
Jam.
It was a jam and A. We did a little jam and A. All right, let me. You can do a little Luna.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. All right, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Not in that tuning, though.
Not in this tuning. Not in this tuning can we do that. We can't do it in this tuning. We can't do it in this tuning. We can do it in this tuning.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning into our show. All right. All right. Okay. We had a request from the mighty Maddie K to do a little Luna Girl, and we could do that. Oh, someone's calling us. We went a little out. I like it. I like that kind of activity. I like that kind of activity.
Can I use that to pee in?
Right?
I like that kind of activity. I like it all. You know, let's leave them with a little shuffle.
Already. Woo! Shuff.
We're going to make up a new shuffle, though.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, man.
Why not? Thank you for tuning in today, folks. How about that Matt Turner on the bass? That's my son Dylan on the dog. I'm picking his nose. Picking your nose, boy. And yes, of course, Toby still plays with us. Toby lives up in Minneapolis, though. That's 5 hours away. So for our jams here in Rooftop, people are asking, where's Mrs. Koch? She's not in this building on the Koch compound. I could say we have a compound now. We got a compound. We're not the Kennedys, though, but we do have a compound. And
New fire pit coming?
we got a new fire pit coming. We got a new deck coming. And we got a room where we take place in sweet music activities. And yeah, so don't forget, we're gonna go out on the road. One of these days we'll take Maddie with us.
Hey, I'll go.
But the trio with Dylan and Tobes, we're going out on the road. Check that website for details. Also, that little website, if you go to gregkoch.com/join, you can sign up for our mailing list. And if you do so, we'll send you a little video, free of charge, of a chicken picking tutorial I did for the kids. And yes, Sam Stamos wonders if this is the boathouse. No, this is not the boathouse. This is the garage. We do have a boathouse with a room boat up north, in Koch Compound North. Don't get the idea that we're all fancy and highfalutin. We have a family cottage up north. I have 6 siblings. We all share a lair up in the Great North Woods. In the Great North Woods, there's things going down. Jim C wants to know if you can move into this compound. No, we've got enough people on the compound, but we know we appreciate you all the same. We appreciate you all the same. Don't forget, we've got that new blues CD out. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to come to get that blues CD. There's going to be a new video that's dropping soon that we did with Jimmy Hall. We're doing Can't Lose, You Ain't Never Had, to give the record a second life. You know, when it comes out, be like, everyone's all excited. Woo, woo. But then people forget. And then you got to say, hey, don't forget we got that new record out. So that's going to be coming out soon, that new video. It's pretty cool. We look pretty cool in that video, don't we? Yeah, we look pretty cool. We're all
So cool.
we're so something. Oh, what I just see? Devil in the Circuit just said no rubbing in the compound. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. Just got my Gristle King and love it. Thank you very much. Don't forget we got those Gristle Kings. Look at got the fancy new packaging. See that? The Gristle King pedal. Fancy new packaging, and inside there is the new instruction, and of course a Gristle King sticker, and then there's your Gristle King pedal. Clean Boost and Overdrive is what I've been using. Why are we playing cocaine right now? If you wanna get down on the ground, Gristle King. It'll change your tone, it'll change your tone, it'll change your tone, and grow your peens, do. It'll grow your peens. That's not true. I can't say that. I just told them it would grow their peens. That's not true and possibly illegal, and I want to apologize to everybody. Cool new photo shoot too. Yes, thank you, Mr. McBretter. Those photos turned out great. That's CJ. He's a great photographer. That guy kicks ass. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna be back on Friday, and but Matty will be at his food truck, so the mighty Steve Andreoni will be here doing that Steve Andreoni. We like to mix it up here for the peeps. You know why? Because we're people lovers. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share on YouTube and all that other kind of stuff. We appreciate it. All right, folks. We'll see you cats on the flippity and the floppity. Adios.